Hello, everybody, and welcome to The List Critic.
Hello!
I am your co-host,
La
Tanya,
la la.
CEO Kasar Studios, and of course, your host is...
NecroVMX. Why do I introducing myself like it's spooky or something?
I know, that was
It's like I'm introducing King Kong or something. The
The
eighth wonder of the world. All right, so we've sort of made it tradition to start off with from Pleated Jeans, Tumblr Gets Deep,
Yeah,
and then the Twitter joke. So let's just do that.
okay.
Okay, so here we go. Well, starting with Tumblr Gets Deep, there's 20 of them this time. Usually is around 20. So here we go. As told by Gengar writes, let's just be clear. If you spent the time baking a cake or cookies or brownies, you can eat as many of them as you want, and the calories don't count. You made those calories. You're their god. Sophie Dread replies with, disclaimer, this does not apply to children you have made. And Ambivalent About Marmite replies, looking at you, Kronos.
Okay. Oh, man. Snap, man.
I don't think Kronos was counting calories, though.
Probably not.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, this one, Hater Mom writes,
Hater Mom.
things to do after finishing a TV show. Rewatch the pilot. It's always enlightening to see where and how characters started off when you know how they end up. Rewatch the second episode. Surely you missed something the first time around. Rewatch the whole first season. School doesn't start for a week anyway. Rewatch the whole thing, you piece of shit. Rewatch it all.
You know what's really sad is I've done binge watching before.
Well, everybody has.
You know, and it's just, you can't help it sometimes, you know?
Yeah. You get into something and you want to, see it through to the end, and then beginning again, and then the end, and then
again.
Okay, the Waffle Monster writes, you know how there's a theory that no two people see a color the exact same way? Does that mean color is like a pigment of your imagination?
Oh, goddess.
A bookworm called Ellie replies with, you fucking didn't. I Married Cheese replies with, Hugh. And finally, Cthulhu with a Fez replies with, hashtag, even that fucking laugh is a pun. Hashtag, I hate you all.
I hate you all. Okay, I like that one.
I like that one, too, because I can't stand puns. If Jesse were here right now, he would be laughing his balls off.
I don't like puns. I just don't.
Yeah.
But, although I will say, when I use them, I use them in a very searing way. So.
Yeah. So this one, it says, reblog if you would date a robot. I'm not a robot. I'm just asking for a friend. I have skin. So Kiluika says, is it your own skin, though? As in you grew it on your own body from birth? Punlich replies with, the skin was grown, yes, on a human body. That is mine. I am not a robot. Kiluika replies with, okay, I believe you. If you first tell me what this says, and they post a CAPTCHA. And Punlich replies with, I don't need to prove myself. How dare you? I love breathing oxygen.
I love breathing. Oh my god.
Okay, so this one, Methroid, that's a funny name. Methroid replies, do actors get boners while making sex scenes? This is one of the things I've wondered my whole life. Missing Dinosaur replies with, I don't know if you actually care for the answer, but they have to put their dicks in little sleeves that attach to the leg. So if they get a boner, it just gets held down. Grim Dark Carnival replies with, that sounds like a garment that should be sold everywhere and considered polite if not mandatory to wear, like bras. Sassy Hiddles replies with, oh my god, I can't. And Princess Fluffy Butt replies with, as a guy, I second this. As a guy, he also chose the name Princess Fluffy Butt.
Fluffy Butt.
I just want to point that out. That's a little weird.
Princess Fluffy Butt. Okay.
It's horrible. Okay, so, I don't even know how to pronounce this name. How would you pronounce this? Qozxe. What is that, like Coxie?
Qozxe.
Kazi?
Coxie.
Kazi? I don't know how you say it, but this person replies with, if I stay in bed, I'll be warm. If I get in the shower, I'll also be warm. But the distance between the bed and the shower, no, that is not warm. That's so true.
It's funny about that the other day, too.
Ghost Rights Activist writes, brain freeze is my favorite pain response because it's literally your body telling you to stop eating fucking snow, you stupid jackass. What is wrong with you?
Stop eating snow. What the hell's wrong with you?
That is a weird thing to do, I guess. Fatphrodite writes, me, finally realizes what the actor was also in. Me, screams the role with no warning or explanation.
Wow.
People who do that need to get shot in the dick.
You know, I've encountered that only once in my life.
It's irritating, though, right?
It was like, and it'll be all of a sudden, too.
You're like, oh, I did have it! And I'm like, whoa! What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Shouldn't writes, Ariana Grande sounds like a font on Microsoft Word. It so does.
Ariana Grande. All right, that was great.
That was a good one. Yeah.
That's a good one.
This person's name is Dumb, and they wrote, why do we, as a society, collectively decide we have to be productive before 9 a.m.? We could have avoided this. It didn't have to be like this.
Okay.
I guess they're just lamenting the whole idea of getting up in the morning.
Well, I can understand that, but, you know, my day starts at 5, so...
Well, you know, that's you. This person's URL is like just, looks like they head desked their keyboard, you know what I mean?
Oh, boy.
It's a whole lot of numbers. It's like 3K626EKFUL7OZ. That's only like a third of it. It goes on. But they wrote, I was labeling stuff today, and this lady scoffed at me, and I was like, hi, and she was like, writing with your left hand is immoral. It's 2014, and someone actually said that to my face. Well, it's 2015 now, but whatever. Sexy Boy Tomo writes, writing with your left hand is fine, but having a URL like that is definitely not. Because remember how I said it's all just a bunch of gibberish. And the original poster replies with, I can't even argue with that, to be honest.
Well, okay.
It is kind of messed up. We're in the 21st century, and somebody told her that writing with your left hand is immoral.
What does that even mean?
Well, do you know what the word sinister means left-handed?
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. You could look that up. You don't have to take my word for it.
Sinister means left-handed.
Sinister means left-handed, yes.
I'm going to look this up.
They even said it on The Simpsons. Remember that episode where Flanders started the Leftorium and he invited everybody to like a barbecue, and then he says, I brought you here for a sinister purpose, and everybody's like, oh, he's like, sinister, of course, meaning left-handed.
I see. It's archaic heraldry of on toward the left-hand side in the coat of arms from Bear's point of view. The right.
But a lot of like old Christian iconography promotes that, like you know, the whole idea of like the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other.
Oh yeah.
The devil's always on the left side. You know.
Okay, I gotcha.
Even in comic books, Sinestro wears his Green Lantern ring on his left hand. So there's a lot of... But the fact that somebody takes that literally, though, and is, like, telling somebody writing with your left hand is immoral, that's stupid.
That's pretty...
That's stupid.
That's like ass-fuck stupid right there.
It is ass-butt stupid, I agree. It's Vondel writes, someone is going to say, I have to go to the moon in a bored, defeated tone one day. I have to go to the moon.
To the moon!
Well, I didn't know this until, I want to say around 2005 or so, but there is actually a store called The Moon.
Oh, Jesus.
And they sell... Are you okay?
Hold on. Get ya! Oh my God!
What the hell is going on over there?
Fucking cat!
I think Tanya's locked in Mortal Kombat with her cat. I also think the cat might have won. Fatality.
Yeah, that one's causing trouble lately.
That was the same one that destroyed my HD in the past.
Oh,
too.
well.
Yeah.
What did she do?
She jumped atop my desk, which is bad enough. But then she goes, let me just knock everything down while I'm at it. And,
Cats are so evil. We don't keep them as
Anyway.
pets. They keep us as pets.
For reals. For reals.
All right. Anyway, there's a store, a chain of stores called the Moon, and they sell like smoking stuff, like tobacco and rolling papers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I used to have this friend who was a big pothead, and he would go to this place to get rolling papers and stuff like that, and blunt wraps, and he would always, I had no idea what he was talking about, he would go, be right back, I'm going to the moon, and then he would come back stoned as shit. And I always thought that going to the moon was some sort of drug euphemism for getting high. And then he told me, no, actually he was going to a store called the Moon.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm going to a store called the Moon. Well, okay.
He'd be like, be right back, going to the moon, and then he'd come back like, whoa, man, hands are weird, you know, so. All right, moving along. King Quarian writes, people who drop you off at home and wait till you actually get inside the house to drive off are beautiful and deserve to live forever.
Things?
Stuff?
Stuff?
Okay. Bionicle posts. Okay, I'm sorry. No interruption posts. How come your lips don't touch when you say touch, but they touch when you say separate? And then Bionic Canal writes, is this Jaden Smith? It could be. Yeah.
Fucking yeah, man.
Oh, this is terrible. This person, everything about this post is terrible. The person's URL is rape whistled, which just sounds wrong. And they write, why do old people drive slow? They barely have any time left. Like, go, you're dying.
Well, that's horrible.
It is horrible, I agree.
That's like, no.
Okay. So this person posts the two pictures of these two relevant Marvel characters from the movies. On a scale from Winter Soldier to Ronan the Accuser, how intense is your eyeliner? Yeah, because they both have the black around the eyes, you know?
See...
But
okay.
Ronan is like almost his whole head.
I was just going to say, yeah, so...
That's pretty intense eyeliner, huh?
That's pretty intense. Yeah, that's...
Okay.
God.
Okay, so this person, there's no names in this one. This person writes, having a crush is like having that little piece of rock stuck in your shoe, and you stop walking and you shake it, and you're pretty sure it's gone, but half an hour later you feel it under your toe, and you're like, oh no. And another person replies with, this is the most accurate post ever.
Most accurate post.
I don't know about that one. Okay. Let's see.
I don't know about that.
Catchers in the Rye writes, my ex is still logged into my Twitter on my phone. I could be cliche and tweet, I'm a douche, LOL. No, instead, every few hours I will tweet something he would totally say, but he will never remember tweeting it. Slowly, the slightly out-of-place tweets will drive him insane. Victory.
Dude.
That is a new level of evil right there.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's how he changes his password, you know? Prosecutor Black Quill writes, what if you woke up and your favorite fictional character was snuggled next to you and they were like, good morning? And then Melodoodle replies with, Nemo, you can't be here. Your dad will be worried sick.
Oh. Man. You know, is it bad that first guy's URL there, it made me think of Phoenix Wright?
Why would... Oh, prosecute... Oh, well, yeah, I get... Okay.
That made me think of Phoenix Wright all of a sudden. Just
So you're waking up next to Phoenix Wright?
You're making it next to Phoenix Wright.
Okay. And finally, Tipsy Maple writes, if I may not be a perfect person, but at least I have never yelled at an employee in a store.
Merc.
That is a good thing, unless they deserve it.
Well, if they deserve it, then that's...
Yeah. So, you know, but usually they don't. Like I would say, not 99 times out of 100, they don't deserve to be yelled at. Okay, so out of 20, I'm gonna go 17 on this one. What do you say, Tanya?
I'm going to say 60.
16. Okay. All right, and let's do our other tradition, the 15 Twitter jokes. Everyone should read. It's 15 this time. Here we start with Terry F. at Daemonic3 writes, CSI at Starbucks. Ma'am, you've been robbed. Suspect is at large. At what? At large. At what? At Venti? Oh my god, how awful.
Oh, God. Reminds me of funny.
In my experience, going into Starbucks, if you say small, medium, or large, they don't care. They just, they know what it means. You know, you could say venti if you want to be a douche, or you could just say large, and they know what large is.
Get this. I call it Star Schmucks. I was in a Star Schmucks recently, and...
Is that like a cute name, or can you just not say Starbucks?
No, I can say Starbucks.
Oh, okay, because I thought it might have been like a Maflingo thing, you know?
No, but, so I'm in Star Schmucks, and like, frickin', I asked for a medium.
Yeah, grande.
Yeah, and they go, and the girl actually goes, don't you mean grande? In that insolent tone.
You see, that is a person who is an idiot.
And I went, and I think I said something like, yes, I meant grande, like your ass.
Ooh. Ooh.
And I kind of got yelled at, but yeah.
She yelled at you?
Yeah, she did.
She doesn't have the right to do that.
I know. I did insult her, so I mean...
Well, she was being snippy with you.
But yeah.
I would have just said if I wanted to say grande, I would have. All right.
Oh, man.
Frovo at Frovo writes, pins world map to wall, swears to visit wherever dart lands, throws dart at bed.
I
can get behind that. Just take the dart out of the bed before you get in there, though.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Joe West at Joe West writes, murder, she wrote. Your password must contain at least one number and one uppercase letter, the screen said. Murd 3R, she wrote, frowning.
Oh, my God.
That was stupid. Ghostcroft at Ghostcroft writes, takes off jacket and lays it across puddle. There you go, buddy. You look cold. I'm sorry, that's like a Family Guy joke, you know?
I can't get behind that one, sorry.
Yeah, I could see that being on Family Guy.
Yeah.
And now that I've said that, it probably will be on Family Guy, like next week.
Yeah, did you have to curse us like that, you know? I mean...
I don't watch the show, so it's okay. Monkey at Nina Tree Monkey writes, welcome to Rhetorical Question Club. Are you all stoked or what? God damn it, Phil, put your hand down.
Oh, man. Something bad puns.
Don Springer at Dong Future writes, Sean Connery trying to train his dog to sit, but it just keeps pooping on the floor. Shit, boo-boo, shit.
Shit.
No. I didn't say shit, I said shit.
Oh, my God.
Okay, Reverend Scott at Reverend Scott. Interview. What is your strongest trait? My fingers. No, like, are you pinching me? Give me the job! I want to see that.
I would actually like to see that.
That could be like a Saturday Night Live sketch or something, you know?
Yeah.
All right. Jacob Huber at Jacob Huber writes, this is another barista joke. I have a latte for ah! And then a velociraptor says, actually, it's ah! But close enough. What the fuck, man?
That wasn't even anything.
This is a bad week for Twitter jokes, huh?
Yeah.
I'm laughing at how bad these are. Okay, All at Dulcitri writes, congratulations on your pregnancy and also on being my new designated driver. Okay.
Okay.
Because pregnant women aren't supposed to drink.
Well, yeah.
So now they're the designated driver.
That's not really funny, though.
No, but that would have belonged on the other thing on Tumblr Gets Deep, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Ken Jennings at Ken Jennings writes, this is two apples talking. Apple number 1, have you ever been kayaking? Second apple, no. First apple, I hear it's really good for your core. Second apple, I don't want to be in this tweet. I love that the joke is so bad that the characters want out of it. I like it.
Yeah,
That was kind of meta. That was cool.
that was
Cool.
kind of meta. Yeah.
Moody Monday at M11 writes, at the cat shelter, yes, hello, I'd like to start a tab, please. That's a person who should be on a watch list.
Yeah.
Matt Shirley at Matt Shirley writes, Frosted Flakes are $4.50. Definitely can't afford that. Pay $7 for one beer later that night. You know, there are people who do that, too.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, my God, I can't afford this cereal. And then they'll, you know, that would feed them for a couple of days. But, you know, they'll buy beer for $7. Brandon at Untressa writes, that's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight. That's me in Paris with my wife. Such a great trip. Michael Stipe showing you his photos.
Oh, okay.
All right. Blind Chow at Blind Chow writes, cop, there's dynamite hanging from the ceiling. Me. Actually, that's dynatite. You see, dynamite grows up from the ground, whereas explosion.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this next one's just sick. All right. This is the last one, actually. Snorkel Hua Hua at Wiener Dog for Life writes, Batman. Good job, Robin. Robin. Thanks, Batman. Batman. We should cuddle. What? What? I didn't say anything.
That was a little amusing.
Because you could just see it like the Adam West and Burt Ward version doing that. Like,
yeah, see, that's what I was
we
thinking.
Should cuddle.
Of.
What? I didn't say nothing.
Yeah,
That was a disappointing Twitter joke. So I'm gonna give that like out of 15. I'm gonna go like 5 on that.
I'm gonna go lower and say 3.
Yeah, but usually they're good, but this week not so good.
Yeah, no.
I don't know what the hell was the deal with that. All right, let's move on to user submitted lists. Here's something a little educational after all that brain destroying stuff we just read. This is submitted by Alex Shannon. It's from listverse.com. 10 things you might not know about Mount Everest. How much do you know about Mount Everest, Tanya?
I know it's high.
It's the highest mountain. Yeah, that's about the extent. I know it's the highest mountain on the planet, and people like to climb it, but that's about it.
Yeah. And that it was the site of one of the expeditions there that died at the very summit or something like that.
Oh yeah. Well, that happened a couple of times, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's 10 things, interesting facts you might not know. Number 10, apparently, this is horrible. It's infested with a unique species of spiders.
Oh.
Called Euphris omnisupestris, which in Latin means standing above everything. They're also known as the Himalayan jumping spider.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
They hide in crevices on the slopes of Mount Everest, making them one of Earth's highest permanent residents. Climbers have spotted them as high as 22,000 feet.
What the hell are they doing up there?
Well, apparently they're just waiting for the really sharp winds to blow some insects their way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
How about no?
Yeah.
I like that word no. How about that?
Yeah, no is a good one for that.
Yeah.
There are 2 men. This is number 9. They're Sherpas, Api Sherpa and Furbatashi. They hold the joint record for the most ascents of Mount Everest. How many times do you think they've gone up the mountain, Tanya?
5 times.
21.
I reiterate the no. I had to like earn
They climbed it 21 times.
Jeez, I give them props.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Furba reached the top of the world 3 times in 2007 alone, and Appa had successfully summited the mountain almost every year between 1990 and 2011.
You gotta have some cojones to do that shit. Let me tell you.
At what point does it become kind of boring? That's what I want to know.
Well, climbing the highest mountain in the world, I don't think that would ever get boring, would it?
Yeah, but once you've seen it like a couple of times, like on the 22nd time, you're like, this again?
Well,
Yep, it's still there.
it's still there.
Okay, number 8, and this is also interesting. In 2013, there were these guys, Uli Steck, Simon Morrow, and Jonathan Griffith, and they actually got into a fight on Mount Everest, making it the world's highest brawl, so to speak.
A fight on the summit of Mount Everest?
Yeah, I guess they got all frustrated with each other, and one guy was like, "You're getting in my way, and you're causing avalanches," and the other probably said his mom's a whore, and they all started fighting.
Luckily, no one got thrown off, huh?
I know, right?
Jeez.
Damn. Okay, so number 7. Okay, the Himalayan mountains, that's the chain that Mount Everest is part of. The Himalayan mountains formed about 60 million years ago, but Mount Everest is actually a lot older. The limestone and sandstone rock at the summit of the mountain was once part of a sedimentary layers below sea level 450 million years ago.
Wow.
Talk about a violent upheaval, huh?
Yeah, below sea level, damn.
Yeah. Okay, number 6. Do you know how tall Mount Everest is?
No.
Well, nobody really seems to agree on the height, actually.
Okay.
China has said that the peak is 29,016 feet. Nepal says it's 29,029 feet. That's because of different ways of measuring. China argues the mountain should be measured by rock height, excluding the meters of snow at the very top. Which I kind of say, I got to agree with China on that. You don't count the snow.
I wouldn't count the snow.
You count the mountain.
Right.
But apparently they only came to an agreement in 2010. So.
Wow.
And actually they went with Nepal's number. So, weird.
Weird, okay.
But, and that brings us to number 5. It is growing still.
It's growing still?
Yeah. A research team in 1994 discovered that Everest continues to grow approximately 4 millimeters every year. The Indian subcontinent was originally an independent landmass that collided with Asia, forming the Himalayas, and the continental plates are still moving, pushing the mountains ever higher.
Huh. So in another...
You got to wonder if the guy who'd been up there 21 times noticed that extra 4 millimeters every time they go up.
Well, so, like, in another million years, it'll be, like...
Yeah. Yeah, exact couple of feet higher.
A couple of feet higher, so, okay.
Okay, number 4, of course, we know it as Everest, but it actually has many names. Tibetan natives call it Chomolungma.
Okay.
It means goddess mother of mountains.
Oh. Okay.
The Nepalese people call it Sagamarthar, which means forehead in the sky. That's a lot less poetic. And Everest was created by, the name was coined by a British surveyor, Andrew Waugh, because he failed to find a commonly used local name, so he just named it after a guy, General George Everest. So there you go.
That's kind of weird.
Okay.
Actually.
Now, it's very expensive to climb up. This is number 3. Very expensive to climb up. It costs thousands of dollars in cash to climb. But so many people are trying to go up there that there's actually a bit of a traffic jam of people trying to get up the mountain.
A traffic jam on Mount Everest?
Well, not like cars, but like a big line of people trying to get up it all at once.
Really?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, May 19th, 2012, climbers crowding the one landmark near the summit faced a 2-hour wait. In the course of just half a day, 234 people managed to reach the peak. 4 of them died.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
All right, number 2, did you know that, and this is kind of related to the last one, actually, that it is considered also the world's dirtiest mountain?
Dirtiest mountain?
A lot of litter. People going up the mountain, tossing things aside. There's a lot of trash, especially near the bottom. Everest is littered with not just corpses of climbers, but an estimated 50 tons of waste, with more left behind each season. Mostly it's discarded oxygen bottles.
And of course, there's no way to go and clean it up because it's so high up.
Maybe with a helicopter, I don't know. No, the winds would really be dead. Yeah, discarded oxygen bottles, climbing equipment, and plenty of human feces.
Oh, that's super. Yeah.
That's, well, I mean, it's not like there's a porta potty on the way up, you know?
Well, yeah, but still, it's,
Think
man.
about this. This is something that takes like several hours. I mean, you're going to be doing this like almost a whole day, probably.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Okay, and finally, did you know that it's not the tallest mountain?
I thought it was the tallest mountain.
It is the highest point on Earth from sea level. But Mauna Kea is an inactive Hawaiian volcano, is actually the tallest mountain. Because it starts below sea level.
Ah, okay, I gotcha.
So it's actually 13,796 feet above sea level. But if you include everything, it extends another 20,000 feet below the water's surface, making it 33,465 feet tall, a mile taller than Everest.
Wow.
Yeah. So there you go. That was very interesting. I'm going to give that a 10. What do you say, Tanya? 10? Okay.
It was very interesting,
Yeah. I'm so glad I found out about all the crap on Mount Everest.
Yeah. Talk about taking a lot of crap from people, huh?
Yeah, right?
Oh, God.
Wow. Can you imagine, like, somebody, like, popping a squat, like, a bit above you, and then their shit literally starts rolling downhill, and you're just standing there with your pickaxe and your rope, and you just see the duty coming at you, and you know it's got your name on it, you can't do anything about it?
Actually, that does beg a question. I can't believe I'm actually asking this, but it does beg a question. You know how, like, if you throw things off a skyscraper, it can kill you?
That's actually a myth.
See, I always thought that was a thing,
I actually, yeah, that's a myth. You know, like the thing about throwing pennies off the Empire State Building and kill somebody, you know what I mean? I mean, if you threw an anvil off the Empire State Building, no, but a penny, like, it would hurt, but it wouldn't kill you.
But, like, would a pile of shit, like, hurt you, like, on the way down? Like, you know what I mean?
I don't think it would do that, because I would imagine it's tumbling, you know what I mean? But I would imagine that if you're climbing and it hits you in the face or something, it could be dangerous because you're going to get distracted, it's going to get in your eyes, you're going to be grossed out. You know what? You might lose your balance. You okay there, Tanya? Hello? I think we lost her. Tanya, I can't... Okay. We have an internet connection problem here, folks, so bear with me. Do we have you back?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that, folks. We seem to have a little connection problem with Tanya's wonderful internet.
Yeah, because, DSL is the best thing on the planet.
Well, okay, I heard you were laughing, and then all of a sudden you cut out, so I figured something was wrong.
Yeah. I was laughing about how the danger of shitting is a thing. So.
Well, I gotta imagine that, yeah, it could be dangerous, you know what I mean? Like, if you're maybe don't have the best balance and you're trying to find your footing, and then a log of shit just beams you right in the back of the head.
First you say it, then you do it.
Oh, shit! Okay, so this next one that I have here, this is also submitted by Alex Shannon. He's submitted many, many lists. I'm just sort of picking and choosing each episode. This is from Esquire.com. It is the 50 best manly movie quotes. Now, I know, Tanya, you're not a manly man.
No.
Not a man at all.
No.
As a matter of fact, you're the girliest girl that ever girled.
Hey.
But it's not an insult. It's just the truth.
It's true.
I'm sure you're a movie fan. You like action movies and stuff like that, so I think you'll appreciate this. But now the way they do this is there's a slideshow here, but each slide is like a little YouTube video. I'm hoping that I can just read the titles and not have to play them, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So, this doesn't seem to be in any particular order, so I'll say the first one is, let's make a game out of this, Tanya.
Okay.
I'll say the quote, you tell me what movie it's from. I think it's going to be easy, but we'll see how many you get. I think you're going to get most of them.
I hope so. Okay.
So here's the first one. Do you feel lucky, punk?
That's from Dirty Harry.
Dirty Harry, right, yeah. Okay, next one. Calling if your job... Wait, calling it your job don't make it right, boss.
Hmm.
You know that one?
No.
That's Cool Hand Luke.
Oh, okay, never saw it, so...
Oh, okay. I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
It does sound vaguely familiar, but I can't...
Well, you know you've heard Duke Nukem say it, but it's actually from a movie. It's They Live.
Yeah, see, I heard it from Dude Nukem, but not
Yeah.
from...
Well, almost everything Duke Nukem says is cribbed from a movie, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Wherever there is any doubt, there is no doubt.
Okay, I have no...
You probably didn't see this, and this was a terrible movie. That was Ronin.
No, I never saw that.
Terrible movie. Why? Because it feels so goddamn good.
Oh, I know that one.
And that is?
Oh, I know that one, too.
It's got a pretty long title, so I'm like wondering if you know it, but you just can't think of the title.
I can't think of the title, but it's on the tip of my tongue, though.
Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia.
Fuck, I knew that, too.
No, that's a hard title to remember. I'd say you know that one.
Oh, I knew that one. Damn it.
The next one is, this is neat. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Oh, that's freaking Gone with the Wind.
Gone
there.
with the Wind, right?
Yeah.
The inches we need are everywhere around us. In any fight, it's the guy who's willing to die that's going to win that inch, because that's what living is, the 6 inches in front of your face.
I don't have a clue.
That's Any Given Sunday.
I never saw that movie.
Yeah, neither have I. Okay, here's an easy one. Hasta la vista, baby.
Oh, is that maybe T2?
That's
Maybe?
Terminator 2 Judgment Day, of course. It wasn't brains that got me here, I can assure you of that. I've never even heard of this movie, Margin Call.
No, I never heard of it.
Okay, this life's hard, man, but it's harder if you're stupid.
I don't know that one.
I don't know the movie, but I like the quote. It's The Friends of Eddie Coyle. I like the quote, though, you know?
I like the quote, but yeah.
Yeah. You're a disease, and I'm the cure. And no, it's not Duke Nukem.
Oh,
He
geez.
said it, but he stole it from a movie. Do you know what movie it is?
All I'm thinking is Dude Nukem right now.
Do you want me to do the? I'll do the voice for it. You're the disease, and I'm the cure. Does that give you a hint?
It's an Arnold movie, isn't it?
No, Stallone. I didn't go. You're the disease, I'm the cure.
Hold on.
It's Cobra.
Oh, I never saw that one.
Oh, that was a pretty good one. You're exactly as big as I let you be.
No, I have no idea.
That's Miller's Crossing.
I never saw that one either. I haven't seen quite a few of these, actually.
Okay. Never apologize. I don't think you've seen this one, but we'll see if you know it. Never apologize, mister. It's a sign of weakness.
I got no fucking clue.
That's She Wore a Yellow Ribbon. It was a John Wayne movie.
Yeah, I never saw that one.
I Ain't Got Time to Bleed. Another one that Duke Nukem stole.
I ain't got time.
I Ain't Got Time to Bleed. I know you've seen this film.
I ain't got time.
Got Time to Bleed.
Vague, but I'm only getting a vague notion here.
Alright, do you want me to just tell you?
Yeah.
It's Predator.
See?
Predator.
I was thinking Predator. I'm thinking, is it Predator or Predator 2?
Oh, you know what? I mean, if you would have said Predator 2, I mean, you know, that's close enough, you know?
Yeah.
Alright. This is an old one. I'd hate to take a bite out of you. You're a cookie full of arsenic.
No idea.
That was The Sweet Smell of Success.
I never saw that.
Pain Don't Hurt.
What?
Pain Don't Hurt.
Oh,
By its very definition, it kind of does, you know?
Movie.
is it Johnny Depp movie?
Roadhouse.
It is Roadhouse.
How'd you know that? Wow. Okay.
Was Johnny Depp in that?
Was Johnny Depp in that?
Not Johnny Depp.
That's Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze, right? I said
Okay.
Johnny Depp because I was
I
looking
say Johnny Depp would have been like 15 years old at the time.
Oh, who cares?
Yeah.
I know that one. Okay.
Okay. Here's an easy one. Say hello to my little friend.
Is that Scarface?
Scarface, of course. You're so ugly you could be a modern art masterpiece. I know you had to have seen this.
Racking my brain because I have heard it before.
Yeah. The problem with this one is it's in the middle of like a whole bunch of. It's a very quotable scene. Like everything the guy says is quotable.
Just tell me.
That is Full Metal Jacket.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, but that whole movie's fucking quotable.
Absolutely. That scene in particular. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. I've heard that in multiple movies, but let's see if you can name one of them.
Well, I've heard on Devil's Advocate, that's for sure.
That is one of them, yes. They're doing The Usual Suspects, but a lot of people have said that in movies. So.
Yeah, that's been a lot of movies.
Yeah. Actually. You see, in this world, there's two kinds of people, my friend. Those with loaded guns and those who dig. You dig. If you don't know it, just tell me, because we got a bunch of these to go through.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
I never saw that movie either.
Wow, really? Okay.
Really?
All right, here's one of my favorites. AK-47, the very best there is. When you absolutely, positively got to kill every motherfucker in the room, except no substitutes.
Oh, that, from,
You could probably guess the actor, if not the movie.
Yeah, that's freaking, Jackson there.
Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah, the
Jackson.
movie was Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown?
Yeah.
See, I was thinking, like, is that from Tarantino film? Like, no, it's not.
Oh, it is a Tarantino film.
But it's a Tarantino film. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
Oh, you had to have seen this. It won Best Picture. Come on.
I do know it, though. I do know it. I can't remember.
Do you know the actor?
Gladiator?
It was Gladiator, correct.
Okay.
One of my favorites, I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
I know that. I know that one.
Yeah, it's pretty good one. Do you know it?
Hold on, give me a second. You're not locked in here with me. God, that's so familiar. All
right, I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah.
Save time. That's Watchmen.
Fuck! Oh, I knew that one, John. I knew that one.
Okay, this one you have to get. You have to get this one. Bitches Leave.
Oh, fuck, I just saw that movie, too.
We just watched it.
We just watched it. Fucking,
Bitches Leave. Dumbass.
That's, fucking RoboCop.
RoboCop. We all just watched that last week.
We just watched that, yeah.
I hate this movie, and I know you hate it too, so you'll probably get it. Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man. What's a movie that both of us hate where they talk like douchebags like that?
There's quite a few of them, actually.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man. I'll just tell you because I don't want to look at this anymore. It's that was The Big Lebowski.
Oh, I hate that fucking movie.
Dying ain't much of a living, boy.
Huh?
Dying ain't much of a living, boy.
No idea.
That's the outlaw Josie Wales.
Never saw it.
Yeah. Here's an old one. I wish you was a wishing well so I could tie a bucket to you and sink you.
What? No idea.
That's Public Enemy. And that was James Cagney shortly before he smashed the grapefruit in the chick's face.
I never saw it.
Oh. But you've seen that scene, though, where he just takes the grapefruit and... Yeah. Okay, if you don't get this, then, you know, we're going to revoke your movie card. I'll be back!
Well, actually, that's in a few movies.
Well, yeah, but originally, The Terminator, of course.
Yeah.
I want you to hold it between your knees. What?
What?
I'll just say that was 5 Easy Pieces. I guess Jack Nicholson said that. I think you have to know the context of the scene, which I don't.
I don't either.
Yeah.
So.
I spent my life trying not to be careless. Women and children can be careless, but not men.
Oh, I've got no fucking clue.
You really, Tanya? That's The Godfather.
You want to hear something? I only seen The Godfather once in my life.
Oh. But
You
it's
know?
a pretty memorable film, though.
I can't remember a damn thing from it, honestly. Yeah.
Okay, oh, this one you'll know. Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape.
Well, that would be Planet of the Apes.
Of
so,
course, the original.
yeah. The original. With Charlton Heston.
And now, I mean, this you can't not get this because the title's right in there. I've had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
Snakes on a plane.
Obviously. You know the TV version, he says, I've had it with these monkey-biting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane.
Wow.
That's a real thing. They really did that.
That's, like, fucked up, actually.
Okay, here's one for you. Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants. I got news for you, pal. You ain't leading but two things right now, Jack and shit. Jack left town.
I like that.
I think Carissa knows.
Carissa, do you know
I heard her
that?
giggle in the background.
Do you know that one, Carissa? I'm trying to blank here.
Alright, I'll just tell you then. That is Army of Darkness.
Oh, I should have known that one.
Yeah, you really should. A very quotable movie.
Damn it.
Anything can be great. I don't care. Bricklaying can be great if a guy knows, if he knows what he's doing and why, and he can make it come off. This is an old one. That's The Hustler. I haven't seen it personally.
I haven't seen that.
Okay. You have no brain. No judgment calls are necessary. What you think means nothing. What you feel means nothing. You are here for me. If not the movie, you might know the actor.
Rings a sort of a bell, but I can't place it though.
Can you imagine Kevin Spacey saying that? Will that help?
Kevin Spacey. No.
That was Swimming with Sharks.
Okay.
Probably the only memorable part of that movie.
Another movie I haven't seen either, so there we go.
Okay. If they move, kill them.
Okay, there was like a whole bunch of movies that had that.
Originally, it was from The Wild Bunch.
Yeah, I didn't see that either, but I've heard that in several movies.
Of course.
So,
You better get this one. You can't handle the truth.
well, that's from A Few Good Men, so...
Of course.
Yeah. I was just actually... I wanted to watch that movie again pretty soon.
I don't mind if you don't like my manners. I don't like them myself. They're pretty bad. I grieve over them on long winter evenings.
I like that quote, but
It's a great quote from a very classic movie that was The Big Sleep.
Oh, and I never saw that either, but that's a good quote, though. I like that.
Okay, you better get this one. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Well, actually, it's in several movies, but originally Die Hard. Though.
Die Hard, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, what is your cowboy response to that? Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. You talking to me? You talking to me? And who the hell else are you talking to? You talking to me? Well, I'm the only one here.
Fucking Robert De Niro, man.
Yeah. What movie, though? A
A
lot of people get that wrong.
Oh, God. It wasn't Taxi Driver,
It was Taxi Driver.
Taxi Driver, yeah.
People get that wrong for some reason.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Only one thing counts in this life. Get them to sign on the line that is dotted.
Oh, I have no fucking clue.
That was Glengarry Glen Ross.
I never saw that.
They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom.
Well, that would be Braveheart.
Braveheart, of course.
Yeah.
I pity the fool, and I will destroy any man who tries to take what I got.
Why am I thinking A-Team all of a sudden?
Because it was Mr. T that said it. But it wasn't in the A-Team, obviously.
Oh God, Mr. He was in a movie, really?
He's been in a lot of movies.
I only saw like one movie with him in it. So.
And what movie was that?
Oh God. Going back to the 80s.
Yeah.
God.
This was the first movie he was ever in, too. It was his acting debut.
I probably know it too.
You're going to kill yourself when I tell you this.
I am gonna kill myself, aren't I?
How could you not know Rocky 3?
Fuck! Ah! Fuck me!
Okay, here's a good one.
Ah!
To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
Say I want to get one more time?
To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
Yeah, blank on that one.
Conan the Barbarian.
Okay, yeah, I saw that movie like once in my life.
Cross your enemies, see them before you. I didn't want to do the voice, you know? I would have made it too obvious.
No clue.
You have not yet learned that in this life you have to be like everyone else, the perfect mediocrity, no better, no worse. Individuality is a monster, and it must be strangled in its cradle to make our friends feel comfortable. What the hell was that?
That was me going, I have no idea.
Okay, that was the movie. I never actually heard of this. It's called The Killing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Wake up, time to die.
Okay, I've heard that several times before, but...
This is another one we had a movie night not too long ago. I don't know if you were there, though.
Wake up, time to die. Oh, man.
All right, I'll just tell you. That is Blade Runner.
Aw, man.
Yeah.
Classic. I should have got that one.
Yeah. I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Was that,
Another one that we watched not too long ago. Well, you might... I can't remember if you were there for this one.
was that, fucking, it wasn't Apocalypse Now, was it?
It is Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse Now. There you go, yep.
If you come back in here, I'm going to hit you with so many rights, you're going to beg for a left.
It wasn't Fight Club, right?
No, that's Invasion USA's terrible piece of shit that Chuck Norris was in.
I didn't
It's
see
a
it.
funny line, though.
Uh.
Let's put a smile on that face.
Well, that would be Batman.
That would be The Dark Knight.
Well, that's
Yeah,
so
I count that as you got that, yeah.
Yeah.
And
What?
finally...
Wait, but hold on. He didn't say that in the original Batman movie?
No.
Yeah, he did.
No, the line in the original was, "Do I look like I'm smiling?" When he was really angry.
Maybe I'm remembering a scene back in the original Batman where he was like, something about smiling.
Oh, there were a lot of smile. Okay, here's the last one. Go ahead. Make my day.
Clint!
What movie?
Fucking, oh my God.
Go ahead. Make my day.
It wasn't Dirty Harry.
It's in that series.
It's in that series, but it wasn't Dirty
Yes.
Harry.
It wasn't Dirty Harry. It was another one in that series.
It was, oh, Goddess. Oh,
I'm
God.
just gonna... Well, did you say it? I thought you said something there.
It's on the tip of my tongue, too.
Starts with S. Alright, I'm just going to say Sudden Impact.
Sudden Impact! Oh, I knew that one. I knew that one, too.
There you go.
Oh, man.
So, out of 50, even the ones that I didn't know were amusing, you know, or I agreed that they were cool quotes. I'm going to give that a 45.
Well, I didn't know quite a few of them, unfortunately. Either because I just never saw the movie or whatnot, but I'm going to say 40, just conservative. So.
Yeah, because we're going by the quotes, not the, you know, whether you've seen the movies.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what else we got here. Okay, this is one from Cracked, also submitted by Alex Shannon. After this, we'll give him a break. It is the 5 most annoying flaws of modern internet search engines.
When you search for porn and it comes up with too much.
That's not a flaw. Okay, well, number 5, and this is really not a flaw of the search engine, this is a flaw of people. Your memory isn't specific enough. You ever try to, you're like, oh, what's that movie I saw with that guy, and what was it called, and you don't really have any details, and you're trying to search for it, but you're not specific enough?
And it comes up with weird-ass shit? Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
oh, what's that song that goes, I don't remember, you know what I mean?
You try typing in, like, these combinations of words, and it's just like,
Yeah, and it's very hard to get. Like, remember that game I couldn't remember the name of? That RPG?
Oh, yeah.
And then you and me spent all this time trying to figure it out, and then we finally found it?
Mm-hmm.
And then I went through the same fucking thing a few months later where I couldn't remember it again, and me and Andrew went through the whole fucking rigmarole again.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Number 4, and if you asked me the name of that game right now, I couldn't tell you.
What's the name of the game?
I have no idea. Number 4, too much like a more popular result. Okay, so I'm trying to figure this out here, what they're talking about. I guess what they're saying is if you're trying to search for, let's say, anthrax, right?
Mm-hmm.
The search engine doesn't know if you're searching for the disease or the band.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
You know what I mean? So let's say you're searching for the band, but all the results are about, the anthrax scare from a few years ago.
I gotcha.
So that, yeah.
And you're like, that's not what I want.
Well, for things like that, you shouldn't go to Google. You should go to Wikipedia because there's usually a I can't say it. I can't say this word. I know the word. I can't say it for some reason.
Disambiguous?
Disambiguation page.
Disambiguation? Okay.
That's where there are many articles that all have the same title. So when you type it in, it brings you to the disambiguation page, and you choose which one you want.
I thought you were going to have a Mufflingo moment on me.
I know, that was more of a Flexeral moment. Number 3, unwanted porn.
Unwanted porn. Well,
It's true.
this is
I
true.
mean, let's say you're looking up a recipe for Boston cream pie. You search cream pie.
Oh, man.
And you get, people coming inside of each other.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could go to Google and search cream pie, and I'm looking at their screenshot now. The very first thing is the Wikipedia entry. Usually Wikipedia is the first entry for everything.
Yeah.
And then the second is a sex video, and the third is Urban Dictionary, and then the fourth one is a recipe. So 50% of the top 4 results there are sexual. But let's say you want to do a video, you want to look at a video of someone making it, you know what I mean? You really should go to YouTube, but let's say you go to Google, you search cream pie videos, and it's X videos, XNXX,
And you're like, what the hell?
I mean, you're in trouble if you're looking for a 7-layer blowjob cake. Okay, so number 2, one of the search terms is way too common. Okay, Google especially, they've stopped doing this a lot, but when you type in something that's like a sentence, they'll take words like is and that and the, and they'll remove it from the search.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like, there was a joke that went around IRC, back when Google was first starting, that if you search for the who, it would search for nothing because the and who wouldn't be searched. Now they fixed that. But, like, for example, this person typed in, a writer should be of his time, and they got results for Dostoevsky's A Writer in His Time, Paris Review, The Art of Fiction, It's Time for Writers to Stop Blogging and Learn from the Great 7 Writing Habits of Amazing Writers. 4 results that have nothing to do with each other.
Yeah, it's because Google's algorithms are still being updated. So.
Yeah, I mean, it gets better every day, but there are, if you're searching, you do have to be specific. But that brings you back to the first thing. Sometimes you can't be. And number 1, stalking people with common names. So what they're saying is if you're looking up for information on somebody named Gwendolyn Obiginski or Myron Studoveditz, it's going to be easy to find them on Google.
If you're looking for Mike Smith.
Yeah, if you're looking for Tony Johnson, it might be more difficult,
Yeah.
All right, that was informative and amusing. I will 5 out of 5. What do you say, Tanya?
I'm going to say the same, 5 out of 5.
Okay. All right, let's give Alex Shannon a break and give some other people a shot here. How about Slayer Darth?
Slayer Dart.
Okay, you know what? I think I'll save that one for List Critics too, because it's all about The Godfather, and you just mentioned you only seen it once anyway.
Yeah.
So I'll skip that. There's another Godfather list, okay. All right. Well, okay. Maybe we'll come back to Slayer Darth.
Okay.
But let's go to Pufnisse because he sent me a whole lot of shit.
Okay.
And I always love these. I'm gonna check and make sure I haven't done this already because he sent me 50 most stupidest questions on Yahoo Answers. Now we've done lists like that, but I want to see if we've done this particular one.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm bringing it up now.
Fidaggle.
Fidaggle.
Fidaggle. No method error. Vacation.
What?
That's what I said in episode 2.
Oh, okay. All right. There we go. Let's see. Have I seen these? Okay. Yeah, we've done this list.
Okay.
All right. So we'll skip that one. I'll take that out of there.
Any gaming lists at all, or?
I don't know. I mean, like, people will send in what they want to send in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I kind of miss it, though.
Well, send us more gaming lists. That's all I could say. You know what I mean?
I do. I kind of miss it.
All right. Let's see. Okay, here's one from Slayer Darth. This is silly. Top 5 reasons you should never bring a knife to a gunfight.
Oh, boy.
How about reason number 1? You'll get shot. Number 5, it proves that you're not an ultimate fan of Mythbusters. They did an episode covering the knife to a gunfight issue. Number 4, it'll save you the embarrassment of asking questions on Yahoo Answers, and thus Pufnisse and the List Critics gang won't mock you to suicide. Number 3, you've got leverage with a gun. Number 2, you'll die if you try to take the gun wielder on. In most cases, unless the person holding the gun is so inept that you can walk toward them like a turtle and still stab them to death. And finally, number 1, Sean Connery will die. Preventing Sean Connery's death is far more important than preventing our own.
Sean Connery.
5 out of 5. Brilliant, Slayer Darth. Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Some of these lists are so bizarre. Like, really, they are so bizarre. Like, I mean, all right. Listen to this one. The 10 commonest causes of complaint in London museums and art galleries.
What?
Who the hell thought to write that and say, what?
What?
Okay, so apparently these art galleries and whatnot in London and whatever, they got complaints and they these are the 10 most common complaints. I don't know, maybe it'll be amusing. I'll do this real quick. Number 10 is favorite object not available as a postcard. Number 9, drunks and vagrants lurking in galleries annoying bona fide visitors. Number 8, expense of visiting a special exhibition. Number 7, opening hours. Number 6, staff wardens. Number 5, the restaurant or tea room. Number 4, direction signs. Number 3, the labeling of exhibits. Number 2, the lighting in the galleries. And number 1, the state of the lavatories.
Oh, wow.
The state of their bathrooms is the number 1 complaint. They got to get on that. I'm going to just say, I'm going to go down the middle, 5 out of 10. That was so strange.
I'm going to say the same because that was really strange.
Why send us that? That is so weird.
I don't even know.
All right. Let's see. I'm looking through all these Pufnisse ones and trying to find a good one, you know? Okay, here's I love these picture posts. It's called Parents Can Have Fun Too.
Okay.
So let's see what this is all about. Oh! I'm typing it wrong. I'm pasting it wrong, rather. Okay, this is from Pleated Jeans. Okay, so in this first one, it says, decided to spoof my son's Facebook profile pic. I'm just gonna show you this. You can describe it, Tanya.
Okay.
To everybody. It's pretty amusing.
Let's see.
So they did an exact replica of the picture.
It's basically two pictures side by side. One where you got the young kid and the younger lady, and then on the other side you got
the parents. Yeah. What's funny is the girl in the photo has a tattoo of like a flower design on her chest.
Yeah.
And the mother put like a paper cutout flower tattoo thing in there.
It's actually pretty interesting. It really is.
The father, the dad, they even wore the same shirt.
And the same expression too. It's really kind of funny.
Okay.
That's
This next one's from Tumblr. This is me disappearing. What? This is me disappearing. Okay. I stubbed my toe and naturally I screamed, "Motherfucker." And then my dad poked his head out of the living room and said, "You rang?" And then somebody else wrote, "Hats off for the ultimate dad joke."
Yeah, that was definitely a dad joke, let me tell you.
This one is somebody texting their dad, and the dad's just being an annoying pain in the ass. "Will you come and get me?" The dad replies, "Oh my God." "Dad, please, it's raining." "Oh my God." "Dad!" "Oh my God." "I'm going to tell Mom." "Oh my God, no."
Oh my God, no.
OMG, it says my dad just recently learned about OMG, so of course he's overusing it.
Of course.
Yeah. What the fuck is going on in this picture? You know what? I'm just going to send you this because I can't describe this. It's impossible to describe.
Oh boy. Let's see.
Like, what are these girls even doing, and why are it?
What?
Okay, I guess that the girl and her friends are doing this ridiculous thing where they stack themselves up on each other in a doorway, and then, like, the girl's father and his friends decided to imitate that, all wearing their dad jeans.
I don't understand.
I feel very sorry for that girl on the bottom who's probably getting crushed right now.
Yeah, by ass cheeks.
Well, no, the feet are on top of her head. See, the feet.
Oh, I see the feet. It's
Yeah.
underneath that girl's ass cheeks. Okay, I gotcha.
So the one, let me try to describe this. So the one girl's sitting in the door frame with her back against one end and her feet against the other end with her knees bent. And then the next girl sits on her feet and rests her feet on the girl's head. And then the next one sits on the other one's feet and rests her head on the second girl's head, and it goes up to 4 girls because these teenagers have nothing better to do, I guess. I mean, I guess at least they're not sitting there in the same room texting each other. But then the dad tried to do it, and it's a bunch of old fat guys, and that's pretty funny, I guess.
I don't... What?
Okay, this next one, we have this little baby, and it looks like somebody tweezed his eyebrows. You got to see this. It's a very interesting look for a baby.
Oh, jeez. Poor kid.
That's crazy, right? He looks happy, though.
Yeah, he looks like a happy kid, all right, but his eyebrows are kind of, yeah, they look really fake.
They might be fake.
Like, they look like those eyebrows you buy.
They might be fake eyebrows. Who knows?
Yeah.
All right.
That's
So, in this one, thought it'd be funny to catch my granddad sleeping on vacation until I made the same mistake. So he sit in the chair sleeping, the grandfather, and the grandsons are like posing and like pointing at him and laughing, right? And then apparently they caught the grandson sleeping, and the grandfather's doing the same thing, pointing at him and laughing.
Okay.
Yeah. This one, my father-in-law is a contractor. This is him installing a...
Oh, God.
What?
Silence.
Oh, he farted, didn't he?
Oh, my God. Ugh.
So the dad is installing a mirror, and he's putting on the hot glue on the wall. And yeah. He instead of just putting it in a simple pattern, he wrote, "Ted was here," in hot glue. Yeah. Okay, here's another dad text.
Dad text.
How do you work this iMessage program? How's the And then the next text is like a picture of the dad with a bar over his eyes.
Oh, boy.
And he's smiling. And then the reply comes, Dad, you're on the toilet. And he says, that's why I'm smiling.
Oh, my God. The hell, man.
Oh, let me tell Andrew to fuck off for a moment here. Okay, so, this one's from Tumblr. Ryan Ross wrote, I'm laughing so much, a group of really loud boys sat down next to us at McDonald's, and one of them just picked up his burger and said to his friends, I bet I could put this whole thing in my mouth. And my mom turned to me and said, well, we know who the gay one is. And they heard her, and none of them have said a word since. Dude. The epic mom burn, huh?
That's pretty, yeah, that's a mom burn, all right.
Yeah. I mean, I would have probably just said that's what she said. But, wow, epic mom burn. Okay, so this is a note. Oh my god. All right, I gotta give you the tableau here. This is very funny. There's a note, but they couldn't... Okay, let me just read the note for you. Christopher, went to dinner with your aunt and uncle, didn't know when you would be home from work. Sorry to ditch you, frowny face, but I left you some money with meatloaf for pizza and beer. You two have fun, and I'll see you when I get home. Love, Dad. Now, there's two kind of funny things with this, right? Oh, and now Julie's texting me. The first is that, how would you normally put a note up on a wall, Tanya? What would you use to make it stick?
Well, normally I would use a pen, you know,
Well, no, you don't want it to face the wall here.
Oh, you don't want it to face the wall.
Yeah. It's just a quick note. It's not a picture you're hanging.
Oh, well, tape, you know?
Tape. Couldn't find tape, so he used a sticky note to make the wall stick to the... to make the note stick to the wall, and wrote on the sticky note, couldn't find tape. Now, that's the first funny thing about this. The second funny thing is, did you hear what I said? Left you some money with meatloaf for pizza and beer. Doesn't that sound strange?
Yes.
Meatloaf is their cat.
Oh my god.
On the couch, you could see the cat looks just laying there, and it looks like he's holding $40. And when you get the close-up, you can see that it looks like the dad rubber banded the money to the cat.
Oh my goddess.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Do you want to see it? I want to describe it first, but I will show it to you. It's very funny.
I must see this. I must.
Okay, I am getting you the link right now. And sorry for any of the typing, but now Julie's IMing me. Here you go. I mean, that's something else, man.
Couldn't find tape. What to do with your...
Look at the cat sitting there with his $40. He's fucking...
Oh, baby! Baby with money.
I'm going to let you describe this next one because I don't know how to describe it.
Oh, boy.
There you go. I just told Julia, I just sent you the picture. I just told Julie, she says, what are you doing, babe? I said, list critic. She goes, I have a habit of interrupting shit, don't I? I said, well, you're good at it.
Hi, Julie.
Tanya says hi.
Best parents ever.
I don't know what they're dressed as, though.
Well, let's see. We've got a thing with a face with ears that looks kind of like a mutated bear of some sort.
The little girl looks like she's supposed to be like Strawberry Shortcake or something.
Or maybe from an anime.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what the dad's supposed to be.
I
Bear?
no
What is that?
It's a mutated dirt bear. That's what it is.
She says, hi, pretty lady.
Aw. Yeah, it's mutated dirt bear with Lolita complex.
I don't know. I don't know what the dad's supposed... I mean, it's cool that he's taken his little kid to the convention where she's obviously a fan of something.
Right.
Yeah, okay, I kind of get it now. She's holding the teddy bear. You see the 3 X's? It looks like he's dressed up as her teddy bear.
Oh, okay.
That's cute, okay.
Okay, that was cute. All right.
Here's a picture of my dad pretending to be in New York. They have like a backdrop of New York in the living room, and the mom's like taking the picture with a tablet.
Okay.
Couldn't go on a trip with my dad, then he sends me this from the airport. And it's... I don't... Is that Nicolas Cage that he's with?
Nick Cage?
Taking a picture with this guy who looks suspiciously like Nick Cage. Alright, I'm just moving on. That's stupid. My dad felt the need to show his dominance over my sister's boyfriend. So that the sister's boyfriend's sitting on the couch, and he's wearing the shirt that says Big Sexy. And
Big
the
Sexy.
father is sitting next to him with a white T-shirt that he wrote Bigger Sexy on.
God.
Bigger Sexy.
Bigger. The fuck, man.
Hold on. Okay, so this next one, my dad told my dad to take care of the cat while I was away. He sent me this photo. This cat looks stoned as fuck. I gotta send you this.
Oh boy.
Look at that cat. What is going on there?
Aww. Kitten. That's evil.
Yeah. Okay, parents sent me a selfie in the mail. Like, snail mail.
Okay.
It's a Polaroid.
Really?
It's a Polaroid the parents took, and they wrote on the... You know how the Polaroids have that thick border on the bottom? They
Yeah.
wrote selfie, April 6th, 2014, and put that in an envelope and actually mailed it.
Are you serious?
Yes. That's hilarious. That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wow.
Yeah.
That's yeah. I have no words for that. I have no words.
Okay, this is a post from Facebook. Didn't think it was possible to cross the line on April Fool's Day, but my parents did. Hashtag had a heart attack. I guess the parents made up a fake letter from the college that this guy goes to, the University of Arizona, right?
Mm-hmm.
Regarding graduation day extension, dear Austin, regrettably, we must advise you that your graduation date must be extended to fall 2014 due to a miscalculation of your units in the language department. We can no longer accept the manner in which you sought to fulfill this requirement. This is a retroactive policy change made by the sociology department. Due to late notice of the policy adjustment, most of the introductory language course offerings are already fully enrolled. However, we do have some open classes in Mandarin next fall, for which we will give you priority enrollment. We will also permit you to take Mandarin 101 and 102 simultaneously so that you'll be able to meet your language requirement in fall 2014. We apologize. So this guy thought, oh my God, I'm going to have to learn Chinese, and then I guess the parents April Fools, you know.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's a Tumblr post. My dad has a folder on his computer named Cool Dad, and it's just pictures of himself.
That's kind of fucked up.
That's funny, though. That's the daddest dad thing I've ever heard. There's a post from I don't know where. My dad saw a picture of Matt Smith and David Tennant and without hesitation said, "Wow, 2 doctors in one picture. What a paradox." Then walked away laughing to himself.
Holy shit. Wow. Okay. It's kind of like something I would do when I get older.
Yeah. This post just says, meanwhile, at my dad's house, and the guy has one of those, like, wooden receptacles on his door. It says, if no one is home, please leave a message. And he put an Etch-a-Sketch in there.
I just...
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
That was actually the last one. So out of 20, these are parents can have fun too. I found most of these to be amusing. I'm going to go and give it an 18.
I'm going to say a 17.
Okay. Let's move on. So that was from Poofnisse, right? Okay. Oh yeah, there it is. Let me get rid of that. Okay, he sent me some more links to similar things parents can have fun too, but let's save that for next time.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, that's all Alex Shannon. I'm actually looking to see if there's any gaming lists in here.
Yeah, let's do send them. I really do, you know?
Well, like I said, people will send what they'll send, you know what I mean?
I know.
Oh, boy. You know what? Here's a sort of gaming list from the anime fans. It's the 9 most blatant rip-offs of Pokemon.
Okay.
We're not into Pokemon, but let's do this anyway because I'm curious to see this.
Yeah.
Okay, number 9 is Monster Rancher. Do you remember Monster Rancher?
I know Monster Rancher.
Yeah. Now, wasn't there a thing, it was on PlayStation from what I remember, where you'd put in like a music CD into your PlayStation and it would generate a monster from that CD?
Yes. I think so.
Like, let's see what kind of monster we get with Guns N' Roses. You know, that's kind of an interesting idea, but it wouldn't work anymore, really, you know?
No, not anymore.
Number 8 is Fighting Foodons.
Okay.
Apparently, chefs create unique food monsters to battle for supremacy. That is the most ridiculous thing I've heard today.
Wow.
Yeah. Number 7 is Digimon.
Well, I know what Digimon is.
Now, isn't Digimon nearly as old as, or maybe a little older than Pokemon?
I think actually Digimon is a tiny bit more recent.
Like, didn't they come out like right around the same time?
Right around.
I don't know if you could really call that a ripoff because they were probably like
within months of each other.
working on it at the same time. You know what I mean?
Probably, yeah.
I'm looking at Wikipedia now to see if I can. Okay, the first Digimon was like a Tamagotchi. You know, those virtual pets.
Oh God, yeah.
But it doesn't actually give you a time frame here as to when they were created. So I can't call that a ripoff though. They're so much around the same time, you know. And I think I've heard that Digimon is older, but I'm not sure. Number 6 is Magi Nation.
No idea.
Who knows? Number 5, Metabots.
That sounds vaguely familiar to
I
me.
think I remember kids talking about that. Number 4 is Fossil League Dino Tournament Championship.
Right.
Yes, it's some DS game with collecting dinosaurs. Number 3 is Dokapon.
Okay, now that one I have heard of.
Isn't Dokapon more like Monopoly?
It is like a board game type thing, yes.
I would think that's a ripoff of Fortune Street, not necessarily a ripoff of Pokemon.
Hmm.
I think they're just putting Dokapon because it sounds like Pokemon.
Dokapon.
Number 2 is Bakugan Battle Brawlers. That's
Bakugan.
definitely trying to be Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's like the same fucking thing. And number 1, Robopon.
Never heard of it.
It's a Game Boy game. It looks exactly like Pokemon, except there's like a toilet fighting a truck.
A toilet fighting a truck. Wow.
Apparently, it was, yeah, but the graphics look exactly Pokemon. Apparently, they did get sued by Nintendo.
Oh, did they?
It's
Oh, wow.
that similar. Like, even the graphic user interface looks like they just took it right from Pokemon.
Oh, jeez.
So, yeah, there's a YouTube link I'm going to send you, and you could look at it, and you can say, oh, that's like fucking the original Pokemon. So, here you go now. Tanya.
All right, let's take a quick look at this.
Yeah, just like skip around a little, and you just see the graphics are exactly the same. Except you're playing with as a toilet bowl with eyes and hands and feet.
Okay, yeah, that is Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
no doubt.
Out of 9, I'm going to say... What do you say, Tanya, for this? Out of 9?
Let's say 8.
I was going to say 8 as well, so let's go with 8.
Yeah.
Here's another video game list. Also from the anime fans. This is the 7 biggest video game DLC ripoffs.
Assassin's Creed Unity. Any DLC associated with it.
Actually, I was thinking of Horse Armor from Skyrim. Not Skyrim, Oblivion.
Oblivion, yeah.
Alright, well, let's see. Number 7, the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Horse Armor Pack. I just said that, too.
I just said that, yeah.
You know, the Horse Armor doesn't actually do anything.
Nope.
It does not protect your horse. It does not give it more health points or more defense or anything like that. It just looks good.
It's
$2.50 people would spend on that, and actually did sell very well.
I weep.
Yeah. Number 3, Forza 5, the 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO. I'm trying to figure out why there's a ripoff. I'm reading this now. Oh, okay. So basically, you could unlock the car normally throughout the game, but if you didn't have the patience for that, you could buy it as DLC.
See, I don't like DLC like that. I never did.
That is retarded.
That is really retarded.
I can't believe they get away with that. Okay, number 5, Tomb Raider, the DLC Tomb of the Lost Adventurer.
Huh.
Cost about $3, which doesn't seem like it's that bad, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, let's see. I don't get the argument they're making. It says, the DLC in question, Tomb of the Lost Adventurer, was only 240 Microsoft points or $3 in American metal. So what could possibly be wrong with that? Well, this. It's a bad value proposition. Just because $3 isn't a massive amount of money, it doesn't mean everything that costs that much is worth it. Would you spend $3 on secondhand birth control just because it was cheap?
Okay, but they're not citing why it's
Yeah,
bad
like
for
if
that
it
DLC.
yeah, because like if the DLC is good and you felt like you got your money's worth, then it's worth it. If the DLC is bad, then it's not worth it. But they don't really make a judgment call on that.
That's like saying, well, you know, I paid $1.50 for that juice. You paid $6 for that, for a better branded juice, which means yours is automatically better, even though because mine's less expensive.
They're trying to make a point, and they don't really have a point. That's yeah,
right. And it's like, no, just because something is cheaper doesn't necessarily mean it's worse.
Okay, number 4 here is The Sims. The DLC being stuff packs.
Okay.
So, like, Katy Perry has a new album out with a candy theme. Sanction a new candy theme free DLC immediately. How long would it take you to design? 43 seconds? Perfect. Charge $15 for it.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Number 3 from the Amazing Spider-Man, the DLC being Ozphone games.
That shit had DLC?
Can you believe that?
Really?
Yeah.
They piled
Amazing
on
Spider-Man was such a bad game.
They piled on more shit on top of that shit. Really?
So that Spider-Man can play games on his cell phone within the game that you're playing.
That makes me want to barf this in tinfoil and eat it. Seriously.
That's gross. Why do you always say that?
That's what it makes me feel like.
Ugh.
That's how gross that DLC is.
Okay, number 2, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, the DLC being 12 more characters. Now, obviously, more characters for a fighting game is the kind of DLC you want, right?
Yeah.
It's already on the disc. That's the problem people had with it.
Oh, jeez.
And some people with a little hacking were able to find that those characters were already there. So you're not actually downloading anything. You're paying to unlock something that's on the disc.
Well, okay, see, that's kind of gray ground right there, because, yes, it's on the disc, but you had to do hacking in order to find that they were on the disc, so, you know what I mean? It's kind of like...
Yeah, but, like, the point of downloadable content is that it is content that you download that is an extra for the game.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
You basically... Some people feel that you bought the disc and that means you bought everything on it.
Yeah, I agree with that, too.
And I could see it from both sides, but they really shouldn't have done that. Because, not because I think it's, like, so terrible, but because they should have known that people don't like that. And that there was going to be backlash.
I'm a huge proponent of, because then again, I'm a fan of old game releases, where you put a complete game out there, and when the person buys that, that's what they buy. They buy the complete game.
And the number 1, and I do agree with this, basically every DLC from Call of Duty. because all it is stuff to put on your character, a slightly different gun, patches. I mean, yeah, you could download maps for multiplayer, but then you're only going to be able to play that with other people that have that multiplayer map.
And if they don't, well, you're screwed out of your money, basically.
So basically, personalization packs, legend packs, special character packs, voice packs. They're cheap, but, you know, I mean, the fact that people buy them, I guess that almost sort of justifies it. But on the other hand, like, I only play these games for the story anyway, so I couldn't give a shit, you know what I mean?
You know, you are one of a very small minority.
Actually, not really, Tanya. Not really. It's just that people talk about the multiplayer a lot, and they continue to play it. But most people I know who play Call of Duty only play the story.
See, most people I know who play Call of Duty only play the multiplayer. So, you know, it's weird to see that dichotomy between the two.
So Julie was just saying to me she wishes she could join us, because she's on her way home. I'm talking to her. She's on her tablet. And she says, she wishes she could join us. And I said, you know, we'd love to have you as a guest one day. And she says, but it'd probably get sexual. I said, I'm fine with that. And she has an all sex-related episode. And I said, well, we do get sex-related lists sometimes.
We do. We do, especially with sex toys.
Absolutely, and she's an expert on that because she, well, I can't say why, but she knows a lot. But anyway, out of 7, I'm going to go 5 on this, Tanya. What do you say?
I'm going to say 4, actually.
Okay. Some of them they had a good point, and that Tomb Raider one really bugged me, though.
Yeah, that Tomb Raider one really bugged me, too.
I don't really get that. She goes, but an all-sex episode? Well, not all sex.
Yeah, you put a list, Chris, all you hear is,
That would get a lot of views. Wait, I got to tell her about, I was doing an episode with Jesse, and his roommates were banging in the other room, and you could hear it on the recording.
Oh, yeah, see? Here you go.
I'm telling her right now.
You know, one of these days we should do a tipsy or a drunk list critics.
That would be fun, yeah.
You know, and just like...
It looks like the Anime Fans is the guy sending us a lot of gaming lists, and you were saying you miss gaming lists, so let's do a couple of his. Especially since he has sent me a lot, and I hadn't got to them previously. But here is, these are top 13 good video game rip-offs, knockoffs, and clones. So these are games that are rip-offs of other games, but they're good. They're enjoyable to play.
I'm down with that.
Okay. So let's see. The first one on here is Pong. Pong. Okay. So Pong, there was actually a lawsuit about this. It was a rip-off of the table tennis game for the Odyssey. But who remembers the table tennis game for the Odyssey as opposed to how many millions of people remember Pong?
I remember Pong. That's what I remember.
Pong is the memorable one, right? Angry Birds. We've talked about this. Now, I get angry when it comes to games like this.
You get angry about Angry Birds.
Yes, I do. Because I tried not to say it, but... Crush the Castle. I mean, I played that. It was a free Flash game. They reskinned it, put birds and pigs in it, and made people pay for it. That annoys me.
And they made a lot of money.
The next one, Crash Team Racing, the PlayStation. I mean, how obvious of a Mario Kart ripoff can you be? But it was still a good game.
See, I didn't like it, but that was me, though.
Well, it wasn't. I think you start to compare everything to Mario Kart. And Julia's telling me that we should ask our fans for sex-related lists. Send us your sex-related lists.
Give us your sex-related lists.
maybe we can get Julie to be on the show.
Yeah, I'd love to have her on the show.
Okay. You know what's funny is they're not even saying it's a ripoff of Mario Kart. They're saying it's a ripoff of Diddy Kong Racing, which is actually kind of true. It is a little closer to Diddy Kong Racing.
I never played Diddy Kong Racing, actually.
Oh, I didn't like it that much. The Simpsons Road Rage. Play this one, Tanya?
Think so?
Simpsons Road Rage, it's basically Crazy Taxi with the Simpsons spooge all over it.
Yes, I did actually play that game.
Okay, Star Wars Dark Forces.
Yeah, I played that.
I mean, wasn't this actually in the Doom engine?
It was.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
So there you go. Next up, Jazz Jackrabbit 2. Or
No idea.
maybe even the original. Oh, okay, all right. See, I thought they would be talking about the original because it's a very blatant Sonic clone, but I never played Jazz Jackrabbit 2. Apparently, it's a clone of Earthworm Jim, which makes me not want to play it.
I hated Earthworm Jim, so yeah.
Oh, fuck that game. Tarzan. I think they're talking about the PlayStation game.
Okay.
That was a pretty good game. You know, some of the Disney licensed games around that era were bad, and some of them were good. Tarzan was a good one. It was blatantly ripping off Donkey Kong Country, though.
Oh, what? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right.
I've never heard of this one. Sherwood Dungeon. Have you heard of this? Oh, it's an MMO. They're saying it's a blatant ripoff of RuneScape and has since taken things from World of Warcraft. Do I give a shit?
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And RuneScape can go suck a fuck, so yeah.
Battletoads. Can we really consider Battletoads to be a ripoff? They're trying to say it's like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and certainly the characters, but not the gameplay. Not the
gameplay, though.
Not at all.
No, I mean, I could see with the characters, maybe, but not with the gameplay.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, the next one here is a game I've never heard of, Osu.
Osu.
It's a rhythm game for the PC, and apparently it's a blatant clone of Elite Beat Agents.
I never played either, so yeah.
So there you go. PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. In other words, we want some of that sweet, sweet Smash Brothers money.
Yeah, and it's just not worth it.
Did not become a huge success.
Nope, not worth it.
No.
If you want Super Smash Bros., get Super Smash Brothers. It's as simple as that.
Saints Row. Now, Saints Row is basically a huge ripoff of Grand Theft Auto, and I think Julie would agree with me because she's a big Saints Row fan. I think it's better. Grand Theft Auto takes itself way too seriously.
I have never played Saints Row.
It's like the internet version of Grand Theft Auto. You know what I mean?
I've seen LPs of it, but I've never played it. But it looks better.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, it just does.
And our last one here is Red Faction. And they're saying that Red Faction is a ripoff of Half-Life.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know. I think it's better than Half-Life.
I have to agree. I have to say it's better than Half-Life. I can't really see it as being a ripoff, really.
I mean, you know, inspired by. I wouldn't go as far as to call that a ripoff, knockoff, or clone. But this was a pretty good list. Out of 13, I'm going to go with an 11 here. What do you say, Tanya?
I'm going to say the same thing, 11.
Okay. One second. All right, so let's see what we have here. Since we got some gaming... Okay, here's another one from Anime Fans. This is on IGN, so you know that this could be really good or really bad. They don't never really in the middle here.
Yeah. Hey, IGN, how about reviewing one of our games? Hint, hint.
Yeah, it's on Steam. Come on. We've got another game coming in on Steam tomorrow, or by the time you've heard this, it's already on Steam. Top 25 GameCube games of all time.
Okay, well, I've got my own ideas about that, so...
Oh, so do I, of course.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so, number 25, Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. I mean... Not a fan of that series, but I can understand why it's popular.
I agree with that sentiment.
Number 24, DK Jungle Beat. I don't know. This is kind of a game that you play for 5 minutes and you go, oh, that's fun. I might even play that again someday, and then you just never get around to it.
Or you're mean. You just go, fuck this. I don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, that's possible too. Number 23, Baten Kaitos Eternal Wings in the Lost Ocean.
Awesome game. Awesome game.
I think the sequel, or I should say prequel, was a far superior effort, though.
I never played that one, actually. I've only
Kaitos Origins?
Yeah, I've never played that one.
It didn't have as much fake difficulty in it. So, yeah. Number 22, Battalion Wars.
Oh, Battalion Wars, okay.
Battalion Wars was pretty interesting. I think that the problem some people had with it was they thought it was going to be like a strategy game like Advanced Wars, but it was actually an action game. So it's kind of interesting.
It's kind of interesting.
Number 21, Super Monkey Ball 2.
I don't know about that one.
I would say the first one was better. Maybe it's on the list, but...
I would say the first one was definitely better.
First one was better. Oh, I clicked to another page. Let's see. Come on. Number 20, a game that has eluded me, Killer 7.
I never played Killer 7.
Yeah, I can't seem to ever find a copy, so, and you know I have a lot of GameCube games.
And I tried finding a copy once. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it seems that's one of the harder ones to find. Number 19, Time Splitters 2.
I did play that.
It's a good
that,
yeah.
It is underrated, I think. It really is underrated.
I would say I agree with you on that. Number 18, and this was the first game I ever had for the GameCube. Bought it with the system, Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2 Rogue Leader.
Wow.
I mean, you know, there's a lot of different types of Star Wars games out there. I mean, there's Star Wars RPGs now, for fuck's sake. But I say do it as an action game. Do it where you're shooting things. I like the Star Fox style of game for that, and that was the best one. The next one, Rogue Squadron 3, didn't really do it for me.
I agree. Fully agree.
Okay, so number 17, Beautiful Joe. That's a cool game.
Oh, that's a really cool game.
I enjoyed the hell out of it. Capcom was really on top of their game for the GameCube era, huh?
Once upon a time in a galaxy far, far away.
Number 16, this is another favorite of mine, and I know it's a favorite of yours, Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door.
Oh, that's one of my all-time favorites, actually. It really is.
I think out of all the Paper Mario games, I've played all 4 of them. I've enjoyed all 4 of them immensely, but this is my favorite.
That's my favorite Mario RPG game, yeah. Although, I will say, for me, the favorite is still Super Mario RPG.
Well, I was just talking about just specifically the Paper Mario games.
Oh, okay. Well, then.
But you know what? If I was to include Paper Mario RPG and the Mario and Luigi series, I would still put Thousand Year Door at number 1.
Really? Wow.
I absolutely would. Number 15, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. This is an interesting one because I think it's a Metroid game. You know, obviously got a lot of attention. I think it's underrated, though. I think the first third of the game was in a very dull-looking area with some frustrating gameplay, and a lot of people gave up on it. You kind of have to get through that to get to the good parts.
Okay.
The first one's better. I mean, nobody's going to argue that. I hope the first one's on here.
The first one's loads better. The second one, I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. I couldn't. It made me want to vomit.
It got better is what I'm trying to say. Like, I know that swamp area sucked.
Ugh.
But
God.
later parts are so awesome that it does wind up being worth it. Okay, number 14, Soul Calibur 2.
Oh, of course.
Must have played the shit out of this.
That was my jam back in the day.
You know, since then, I mean, I've almost sort of lost interest. Like, I played Soul Calibur 3 on PlayStation 2 a lot, but not as much. Soul Calibur 4, I bought it for Xbox 360, barely played it at all, and then I haven't even bought 5, so.
No, same with, actually, I'm the same person mirrored you. I never bought 5. I bought 4, played it once.
Yeah, I might have played it once. You know what I mean?
Number 2, though, that was it for me, though. You know,
it was like the perfect 3D fighter.
It was.
Number 13, Resident Evil. I'm so over this series, but if I
I'm-
had to pick a really good one on the GameCube, I would not pick this one. I would pick 4.
I was gonna say, where's Resident Evil 4?
It might still be on the list. I would assume it is.
Because let me tell you, Resident Evil on the GameCube, no.
Number 12, Beyond... Oh, did you know that version is coming to Steam?
I do know that. Yes.
Number 12, because it had been a GameCube exclusive for a long time.
Contract was ran out on it.
Yeah, number 12, Beyond Good and Evil.
Underrated. I
This
have to
is
say.
back when Ubisoft made games instead of making abject horror. It's a really good game. We want the sequel. When is the sequel coming out? Stop fucking with us.
Do you hear that, Ubisoft? Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Stop fucking with us. Give us the sequel.
Number 11, this is the sort of thing that I can't play, Animal Crossing.
Oh, I can't get into that. So.
I really can't, and I know people are really into it. Like, I remember being on, like, Cheeseburger around the time that this came out, and everything was about Animal Crossing New Leaf, and of course, I was one of the ones, like, where's all the stuff about Fire Emblem, because that came out, like, around the same time. But
And I get why people are into that, and that's cool. I just not my thing.
I can't do it now. Number 10, Wave Race Blue Storm.
I'm sorry. I like the original Wave Race just far more. I just
The Game Boy one?
N64.
Oh, well, yeah, I do agree that that's better, but that's not on GameCube. We're talking GameCube here.
I know.
Well, it was a cool game.
It was a cool game.
Yeah. Number 9, Super Mario Sunshine. And this is another sort of underrated one. And how could a Mario game be underrated? But it
Okay,
is.
now, I will say, yes, the game itself is underrated.
Yeah.
But the ending and the final boss sucks.
I liked it. I don't know. Why'd you hate the last boss?
Hello in a bathtub?
Oh, it didn't matter. It was fun gameplay. This is actually on the Wii now.
Is it on the Wii now?
I'm sorry, Wii U. You can now download. I think they're bringing GameCube and Wii titles to the Wii U, and I believe Mario Sunshine's on there.
Yeah.
I know Galaxy 2 just came out for Wii U.
If I had to give Sunshine like a 1 to 10 rating, I'd give it like a 7.
I would give it like an 8.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of 8, number 8, Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
You know, I never played that game.
Oh, you'd like it. It's
I
really
would
good.
like never played
Yeah.
it.
I would say it's the best Prince of Persia game, and there have been a whole lot of them. Number 7, F-Zero GX.
I love that series. I
Yeah.
fucking love
All
it.
good. I mean, yeah. F-Zero GX was awesome.
That was awesome.
That was developed by Amusement Vision.
Can we have a new F-Zero, Nintendo? Please? Please?
Yeah, well, they're giving us new Star Fox, so they're on the right track. Amusement Vision were the developers of that. Do you know who Amusement Vision really are?
Who?
That's Sega.
Oh, wow. Huh.
Sega did that. Number 6, Pikmin 2.
Oh, of course.
I mean, yeah. The first one, also great. I would hope that they're both on here, but Pikmin 2 was great.
I love me some Pikmin.
Yeah. Gotta click to the next page. I hate that. Number 5, Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem.
I never...
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this one's overrated.
I think it's a bit of an overrated title.
I've played it. I can't. It gets old after a while.
I can't get into it. I'm sorry. I can't.
Yeah. Number 4, The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker.
One of my personal favorites.
It was my favorite Zelda game up until Link Between Worlds came out. So there you go. Number 3, Super Smash Brothers Melee.
You know, Melee, it's got its detractors. It really does.
I've never heard any Melee. I've heard Brawl detractors, which I don't agree with, but I've never heard of Melee detractors.
Oh yeah, I met a few recently, and I think they're crazy. But you know, it kind of has a following, and it's like awesome, and I love it. But
Yeah.
you know,
Number 2, Resident Evil 4. We were just talking about that.
well, of course, Resident Evil.
And number 1, and this makes sense, Metroid Prime is number 1.
I wouldn't put it. I wouldn't put it number 1.
What would you put at number 1?
You know, I'd probably put... Yeah, I would actually probably put, fucking,
Eventually we'll find out.
oh, my brain is like one fuck.
I mean, I'd say Super Smash Bros. Melee.
I was gonna say, I'd probably put Super Smash Bros. Number
Well,
one.
I mean, it's close though, because it's number 3. So you know.
Actually, I think my top three would probably be like Smash Brothers, Resident Evil 4, because I really did like that one a lot. And
Yeah.
actually,
I would put. I mean, Eternal Darkness probably wouldn't even be on that list for me.
no, I would actually replace Eternal Darkness with Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. Actually,
I would replace it with Pikmin 1. I mean.
or Pikmin 1.
Yeah.
Yep. You know,
So there you go.
I like that game. I don't know why nobody ever talks about it, but I like that game.
Out of 25, I'm gonna say. You know what? I was just saying they never do middle of the road list, but this was kind of a middle of the road list. I'm gonna go 18.
I'm gonna go 17. Very middle of the road list, actually.
All right, so let's see. Hold on, I gotta show something to Julie. So we're talking about tablets, and there's something I need to show her from Lead S Quotes.
That's what she said.
You're evil.
Oh, man. Now, if you eat chowder,
What?
if you eat clam chowder, you must remember that the clam chowder becomes you.
Okay, Tanya.
Yes. I have no idea.
Oh. Let's see. I'm looking through a lot of this guy's lists are like anime stuff that I really couldn't give a shit about. Maybe we'll come back to those someday. Okay, what is this? The 11 worst cartoons of all time. That sounds interesting.
That sounds interesting.
This is from somebody on IMDb. I'm going to have to bring it up to tell you who wrote it.
IMDb.
This is from Gardevoir is Awesome. 11 worst cartoons of all... What do you think is the worst cartoon of all time?
That first Sonic the Hedgehog series.
Really?
I'm
Come up with... I'm going to go with SpongeBob on this. I think SpongeBob fucking sucks.
Yeah, SpongeBob sucks, but it's not the worst.
Oh, no, wait, you know what? No, not SpongeBob. Dora the Explorer. I hate that bitch.
Oh, okay, well, okay, that's a contender for number one.
Hate that bitch.
Oh, man.
Burning passion. So, yeah. All right, so number 11, Johnny Test.
I never heard of it.
Is that like Johnny Quest, except it's a test?
Maybe?
That's stupid. Number 10, Sanjay and Craig. Another one I've never heard of.
Who heard of it?
Number 9, these are all recent ones. Fanboy and Chum Chum.
Never heard of that one either.
Number 8, The High Fructose Adventures of Annoying Orange.
Well, Annoying Orange, just, yeah.
Kids love that shit. My nephew was into that when he was a little bitty baby. Except he wouldn't say orange. He always called it an apple.
An apple.
And I go, you're an apple! Number 7, The Problem Solvers.
Never heard of it.
Good Lord, it looks like DeviantArt. Number 6, Alan Gregory.
Who?
I remember them advertising this, and I think it disappeared so fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think they were making a big deal, and then nobody watched it. Number 5 is Brickleberry.
What?
Isn't that somewhat popular, Brickleberry?
I don't know.
Number 4, Ren and Stimpy Adult Party Cartoon. That was bad.
That was
You know,
bad.
like, okay, John Christopher Lucy created Ren and Stimpy. He was working at Nickelodeon, and it was a really groundbreaking show for the first 2 seasons, and then they fired him, and he went elsewhere, and other people took over Ren and Stimpy, and it became kind of bland and very generic cartoon, you know?
Yeah.
And then he got the rights back and made Ren and Stimpy Adult Party Cartoon, and the whole thing is this was going to be what he always wanted to do without the restraints of Nickelodeon because it was airing on Spike TV and everything. And it was horrible. It was really, really stupid.
It was
And
extraordinarily.
I think he almost needed that restraint, where it was like something that kids could watch, but it was kind of twisted.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, this was just twisted just for the sake of it. It was really bad. So
Wasn't worth it.
no, not at all. Number 3, the Nut Shack. I have never heard of that. It sounds
No, but I like the name.
the Nut Shack.
The Nut Shack. That should be a song title name. The Nut Shack.
Listen to this. 2 cousins named Phil and Jack from completely different worlds, the Philippines and the San Francisco Bay Area, are forced to live together by their overly controlling uncle, Tito Dick. How about no on that? Number 2, Breadwinners.
Never heard of that one.
And number 1 is SpongeBob. So I was a little on point. I wanted Dora to be on here, but yeah, SpongeBob.
Dora should have been on there.
Oh,
Dora belongs. Dora needs to be pissed on, actually. So,
that sounds sexual. I don't know about that.
well, okay, she needs to be shit on. How about that? Oh, no.
Oh, no. How about kicked in the face? Can we do that?
It's in the face. I like that. Okay.
Okay, here's another one from the... Oh, let's rate that. From 10, I'm going to say 9.
I'll agree. I don't know most of them, so, yeah.
But they sounded bad,
They sounded bad, so.
Okay, well, here's another one submitted by anime fans, and it's also about cartoons, and I think you're going to enjoy this one. This is the most obnoxious, irritating, worst cartoon characters of all time.
Oh, wow.
Oh, top 10.
Okay.
It looks like he's accidentally linked me to the second page, so let me go back here. Come on. Okay, these aren't in a particular order, but there are 10 of them. The first one is Angelica Pickles from Rugrats. I don't think... In this case, like, when the character's description is that they're obnoxious by design,
Yeah.
I don't think it... Like, this isn't a character that's just really irritating and just hate. This is a character that is designed to be obnoxious.
I actually liked Angelica, so...
So I think that shouldn't count, because when you're setting out to create an obnoxious character, I think you've won in that sense,
Right. You've done your job.
Next one, Prince Adam and Cringer from He-Man. You were just waiting for him to turn into He-Man and stop being such a fucking pussy.
I love how high-pitched his voice was.
Oh my god. And then Cringer, like, he'd have to, like, beat the shit out of Cringer to make him turn into Battle Cat. He would just be hiding or something.
God.
Pebbles and Bam Bam from the Flintstones. I don't know, I never found them irritating.
I found Bam Bam irritating.
Look at the Bam Bam, Bam Bam Bam, Bam Bam.
Yeah, but Pebbles, I never found Pebbles irritating,
Okay, so next is Scooter from Challenge of the GoBots.
Ooh.
I never watched GoBots, so I don't really know the character. So.
Yeah, I don't know who that is either.
Yeah. Let's see. Next is Elmira Duff from Tiny Toons Adventures. This is another one that was designed to be obnoxious.
Right, and it worked.
Yeah.
So...
All the other characters hated her. That was the point.
Right. So...
Okay, now this is more on the line of what I'd expect to see. Snarf from the Thundercats.
Ah!
Snarf, Snarf, Snarf.
Snarf!
Like, do you remember when they had Snarf on South Park and Butters was
Yeah.
like, oh, Snarf, could you just, like, shut up for 5 minutes or so?
Snarf! I've never been!
Scrappy-Doo.
I loathe Scrappy-Doo.
I couldn't even, like, get off on the fact that they made him a villain in the movie because I hated that movie so much.
Yeah, the movie sucked. Scrappy sucks. They just suck. It sucks. Yeah.
Kid Icarus from Captain N.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'll be honest about Captain N. You're looking at a single character in a sea of obnoxious buttholes. Like honestly, is Kid Icarus that more obnoxious than Simon Belmont was?
Oh, my God. I can't believe what they did to Simon. Ah!
Simon Belmont was a fucking travesty in that.
He was a douchemonger. The guy was.
And then Mega Man. What the fuck was Mega Man all about?
I don't know.
And then remember the Game Boy?
Oh, dude.
Game Boy should be on this list.
Oh,
Game Boy was awful.
Oh my! What did they do? Ah! They raped his favorite characters of ours. Holy raped them. Ah.
That was the last one. So out of 10, I'm gonna go kind of low. I'm gonna go 4 on this because honestly, there's so many characters that I can think of that are better suited than like the chick from Rugrats or whatever.
I'm gonna say 3 actually.
3, okay. So
Yeah, I didn't agree with quite a few of them actually. So.
Yeah, yeah. So many of them were just like missing the point.
I'm fading fast over here.
All right, you want to do one more?
We'll do one more.
We'll stop.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I don't want to end on a down note there, so let's not do that one here. Let's give somebody else a chance. Let me go into my email and see what we got in there. Okay.
Go in the grab bag.
Yeah, going into the crank file, so to speak. Let's see. So much of it is the same people, but that would take too long to do. So much of it's the same people. No, god damn it, Slayer Darth. What did you send me this shit for? Let's see. He sent me top 5 loan sharks from literature.
What?
And then it's like a paragraph each. Nobody wants to go through that. That is very strange. Okay, here's one from S. Serpent.
Okay.
Top 10 things he'd like to see in a new Duke Nukem game.
How about a good Duke Nukem game? How about...
You know what I'd like to see, and I talked about this when we were watching RoboCop, but like it could be like a Duke Nukem movie or game. Like if they ever made a movie out of Duke Nukem, they should do this where he's exactly like he is in the game, except everybody else finds him really annoying. But they need him because he's really good at what he does. He's really good at killing aliens, and he's the only guy that can save the world. But everybody thinks he's just a massive douchebag, and he doesn't know it. He thinks he's like super cool, and everybody loves him. And he's like doing all these lines, and they're just like, I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum. Okay, Duke, you go get him. And then he leaves, and they're like, oh, can you believe that dick? He took that line from They Live. Oh my God, what an asshole! I'm so sick of his shit.
I can see that.
Like, can you imagine if, like, the aliens were just evil or whatever, and they just told Duke that the aliens had kidnapped all the chicks? Because that's the only way to get him off his ass?
See, now that would work.
Yeah.
That would actually really work.
Yeah, I think that would be great. Somebody steal this idea from me and make it. Okay, so S. Serpent said top 10 things he wants to see from a new Duke Nukem game. He starts at number 1. That annoys me, but we'll just start there, I guess. Number 1, the name, Duke Nukem Alive. In keeping with the tradition of the series, 3D was the 3rd game, Forever was the 4th game, and Alive rhymes with 5 is the 5th game. I think it's kind of a weak connection, to be honest.
I wouldn't call it that. I would call it something like...
If you want to be trendy, it should be Duke Nukem 5 Ever.
Or something even more, like, crazy, you know?
Number 2, new enemies. We had the robots in the first couple of games and aliens in the most recent ones. Time for Duke to battle a truly time-worn cliche by this point. Zombies. It also fits with the Alive name motif. While a few aliens can be used as zombies, like the Pig Cop or the Enforcer, but new zombie monsters need to be created along with zombie bosses, spitter zombies, shambling zombies, flying zombies, and of course some zombie babes.
Okay, maybe it's just me. I'm tired of zombies. No more zombies. I'm done with zombies.
Yeah, but Duke Nukem's supposed to be satirical, and if they were doing it like where they were doing every single stereotype, and if he was pointing it all out, like, zombies again, that could work.
That could work, maybe. But I still think...
think about the way they did it in the South Park game with the Nazi zombies. That was hilarious.
That was hilarious. That was awesome.
Yeah. Number 3, the humor. Duke one-liners are great, but they were old hat in Forever, because most of them were written like 15 years prior to its release. and Duke needs a bit of a change, be it more snarky than before to absolutely rip on the staleness of zombie monsters in the games. I just said that. Even though South Park's Stick of Truth did this to a hilarious effect. I just said that, too. Maybe for the Evil Dead lines that are used in the series, it's time to pay homage to where Duke got them from. So something's starting to come together. Number 4, back to the 3D play mechanics. When Duke said in Forever, "Power Arm is for pussies." I love that line, but it's sad how Duke's gunplay emulated Halo's with the regen health and only 2 weapons. Actually, he was emulating Call of Duty, but whatever. Gotta get the limitless weapons back and the health packs to go with the classic gameplay with areas to explore and secrets to find. You know, they could get the people who made the Rise of the Triad remake to do a Duke Nukem game, because Rise of the Triad was basically the better version of Duke Nukem Forever.
That's true.
Number 5, new weapons. Duke is known for his cool weapons, but some are really only used as often as the freeze ray. With zombies and the new enemies, more shotguns could be in order. Maybe a minigun that fires shotgun shells. I like that. A flamethrower or a gun that shoots chainsaws.
I like the chainsaw thing.
That's like more of a Serious Sam sort of joke, though. The gun that shoots chainsaws. That'd be cool, I guess. Little mini chainsaws.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I like that.
Number 6, new levels. The strip clubs, casinos, and deserts from previous games were cool and all, but new locales such as swamps and bogs, graveyards, forest campsites, and lakes should make up the order of the day. Maybe even a haunted house. Maybe Duke's Hotel could be transformed into one.
You know what I'd like to see? And it requires cross-licensing, and it probably will never happen, but I would like to see a level that actually is taken out of the Death Star.
Well, I mean, Episode 2 of Duke 3D kind of looked like that anyway, so...
But, like, I'd like to see it. I would.
Number 7, new modes of play. Remember the fun of being shrunk to explore different portions of levels? How about parts of levels that are accessible only if you're a Duke zombie? By having a zombie power, you can enter certain parts of levels or not take damage, but as a trade-off, you lurch around and are slower.
Done with zombies!
Number 8, better man cave perks. I like the ideas of playing whack-a-mole and pinball in the Forever game, but the controls hampered the fun of these games. Fine-tuning the controls and maybe making better games would be an improvement. Well, yeah, you want it to be better. I mean, duh.
You don't want to Duke Nukem Forever. Oh!
You know what? Duke Nukem Forever, if it had a TV tropes thing, well, it probably does, but it's so bad it's average. You know what I mean?
Bad.
It's not really that bad of a game. Like, I've played much worse, but it is just depressingly average for something that took them 15 years to make.
See, to me, it's actually a bad game, but that's me, though. It's a bad Duke Nukem game. It is.
Number 8, better man... Oh, that was number 8. Number 9, online sandbox play. Playing online in something other than a deathmatch board would be great. Play as Duke or another created badass and buy weapons, travel between boards to battle monsters. So he's basically saying co-op. Let's do co-op.
Again, I'm not about the online thing, though.
Well, I think that doesn't work because if you're not Duke Nukem, you know what I mean? Then what's the point?
What's the point?
And finally, number 10, to not take fucking forever and then be mediocre.
Wow.
And that really is the word that describes Duke Nukem. It's mediocre. It's just not good enough to spend $60 on. I got it for $5.
I can't believe... I just can't believe that. It's still to this day.
They wanted $60. Well, they had to make back all the money they pissed away, I guess, right?
15 years to make a barely mediocre game.
Yeah. Well, that was doomed, man. All right, so out of 10, I'm going to say I like the idea. It is sort of like one cohesive idea broken into 10 points. I don't agree with everything. I'm going to give it a 9.
I'm going to go a little lower. I'm going to say 6.
Okay, then. All right, so that's List Critics. Hope you enjoyed it. Tanya is about to pass the fuck out.
I am. And tomorrow's a huge launch for us. I have a lot of work I got to do.
Yes. Chronicles of Dark Road Episode 2, War of the Abyss, coming to Steam. As you're listening to this, it's already on there. Go to Steam and buy it.
Yep.
See ya!
Bye-bye!